Welcome back to Factorio building the Hyperbase. So I think we looks like we've just come off the steam, because on 10 minutes we were doing over the 3k, but we've just come back to just 3 of them operating again. So obviously it's important for us to work on getting all 4 of these happening at the same time. It looks like it's actually basic science still having an issue. That's working, but it's slightly behind. Let's have a look. Yellow science is working at over 4 per minute, so 4,000 per minute, so it should sort itself out. I don't think we've had any more problems with the sulfuric since we sorted it out. We have been having power issues. Let's just check the power grid building. The main issue is it's taken quite a while for those last. It's now 9, but we now have this whole whoops, let's go back to that. This whole grid is one massive construction network, which is actually too large. What I'd like to do, I guess there are some resources up here that I was hoping to tap into. Looks like all of these passive providers are now empty, but there are like 3,000 panels up here. I guess I could probably just pick them up, but you can see, yes, there's like 8 bots in there. Do any of these others have bots in them? I mean, there might be some bots sitting up here, possibly. I think it might be worth my while to come along here and remove all of these roboports, just to smash the network so it's actually 2 networks, and this one works independently. Then it doesn't have to wait for those last 9. Who knows where they are, but they seem to be taking a very long time doing whatever it is they are doing. Is there, in fact, there may have been, yeah, there's still just a handful of things that need to be laid just up here. So that is probably why there's bots out, but I've got no idea where they are, which is slowing this down and slowing our return to decent UPS. We're recharging. I don't know if we had a brownout then or not. But okay, so I wasn't actually expecting that our problem would be down here. Maybe it's still just catching up. Still just catching up. Well, the first one's gone. What's this one up to? 11. So it does look like we will get an influx of the standard science very soon. Where actually is the science train? It's all the way to red. Well, it shouldn't take it terribly long, because there's 231,000 red science just sitting here, which is why the bots are only even going to the first layer here. They're not even going to the second layer. So they just don't need to. This might need a little bit of help to get out. Yeah. Is that the one that stopped? Yes, it is. Good. I actually thought the space science might have more difficulties keeping up than the regular science. We should see us resume to about 3.6, 3.7 science per minute very shortly, which is definitely in the order of well, getting up to certainly gigabase, I think, when you're getting close to 4k per minute plus. Not our full hyperbase potential, but certainly gigabase potential. What are we doing? Unloading purple at this point. Now blue. Now if we look at the 5 second, we should be rapidly speeding up to our full potential here. There you go. Which is good, so that will hurry up and finish Worker Robot Speed 16. And I'm not 100% sure what it is I know I'm going to need to do this, so I think that's what we'll do this episode. We'll try and finish off our RCUs. Should know where these things are. RCU, I'll try and finish off the RCU so that we have like 60% working, and then try and get this steel working. The fuel is here as we did the other episode, and also up here, but it's still not a complete solution, so we still are likely to potentially have issues just with fueling at times. Fueling, oh no, it wasn't fueling, it was the sulfuric acid. So we fixed the sulfuric acid with yellow science. Right, enough yak, let's just get on with some action. We need some rail, or we will very soon. Let's use what we've got. First of all, oops, rocks. Those two are not necessary. Which also means that one's probably not really necessary. It can stay back there if it wants to. So I think what I want to do is basically extend this so that it can come down into here, which means that these have turned a little bit soon. Let's do that, and maybe it might be easiest just to... That was for fueling, we can always grab it again. Let's see if this works. No, that would have been too easy. Alright, let's just grab that bit then. That hopefully will work. I don't need those bot trails on. We might need to do some adjustments to how the bots here get shared, but for now, we'll just run with what we have. Hopefully we've got enough. Good. That was a pleasant surprise. Let's swap those over. Okay, we are going to need... We've got those, so that should be fine, but what do we need up here? Probably a bunch of chain signals. Can't put any there. Yeah, we need chains here. And over here, let's put some more chain signals in. And I might just put more chains along here. Okay, that looks fine. So, this definitely has the right pattern, does it? Looks a lot like it. This is just a red and green circuit. So, down here, so I've already got an exit for that one. Looks like we want to get to there. That one is the steel, so this one sort of wants to come out to there if it can. I don't know how likely that's going to be. It will work if we do something like that though. And this one wants to get onto here basically. No, that's not right. Wants to get onto this one, if that is possible. Well, let's get rid of a couple of signals. Doesn't look very happy about this, does it? Let's do it from the other end. We're feeling we're going to want to try and make this corner a little bit sooner. Okay, so that one's going to have to go. Get rid of that signal. Is this even possible? God damn it. We're going to have to move this guy to make that work. Or is there something else we can do? Alright, let's get bots back. Could we go... We can't get to there, so can we go... Actually, do we need to go quite as far up as that? Probably not. It's slightly hideous, but it will do. And we'll attempt the nightmare of signaling this in just a moment. As you can see, there's all sorts of flashing going on because at this stage the game is just not happy. Let's get our faster legs back on. That will make this whole process a whole lot easier. Okay, over here we need one of those. You need one of those. You need one of those. Somewhere on here we need one. And there. These two are still flashing. I need one in here. Won't rotate. This is kind of bad actually. I might look how long this white one is, all the way up to here before we can break up the signal. And obviously I was going to try and put a couple of departure routes up there, which I might still need. I think what we're going to need to do is actually do a really wonky little... Can you join? No. I don't really like this at all, but it will enable some signals to be placed. Ooh. Here to break up this block, which is kind of vital. Now, these two still don't like it. To the extent that they probably don't help. I mean, the other thing, I could turn this sooner so that it avoids here, and I could probably turn that one sooner as well. That would be a lot better. Let's just get this to join up. How did I pick up that thing? We need our oh, what are you doing down there? Oops. We need our fast legs on. You need one of those. You need one. Rotate so it gets this bottom bit. They're going down. Let's just do that. Now, over here. Let's start with this. This should be the easier part. If that did that instead of this wonky thing. That would be a lot better for starters. We could then have a signal there and there and there. It also lets us signal here and there. And there. That one's not happy still. So we kind of need a signal somewhere back here. Live with that one. This is probably okay now. Alright, so these stations okay, the last two have to be 5s. GC 5 load and RC 5 load. Now we need trains for these two. There's some nonsense going on over here, so let's just sort that out. Oh, and also one other thing, which we'll come back to in just a sec. Let's sort this one out first of all. You don't need a construction bot. Now, down here, these actually do not make it into the train. I had to change these ones over here, which I did just recently. So we're going to have to do the same thing just here, unfortunately, because it is a slight annoyance. When I stamp these down with InviniZoom's help, I obviously didn't quite manage to line them up perfectly, and there's enough of the factory to do that I'm not going to pedantically try and move everything one tile just so they balance up, because you can barely tell from the ranges we normally work with anyway. Alright, fix that up for me, please. Now. And one more of these guys. Fast legs. Right, refueling is sorted. That's all fueled up, rightio. So now we need trains for this, and then we don't have any bots down there. Do we have bots up here? 1300. I don't think that's enough. No, we need more like 2000. Although things like our bot speed are probably changing the number that we need. Okay, let's get 1, 2, and then 3 trains. We've just about got RCU 5 operational. That's where my plane is. Okay, I've got the right bots in. Let's go back to starter base. Now we need to get rid of a few things. We don't need any of these sort of orders. Okay, here's a box. That should do for now. Okay, so 3 trains, I think it is. That's 3 8s are 24, and 3 20s are 60. Which is that. Alright, let's get a little bit more rail then, just in case. Let's see how our stone supply, we have burnt it down a little bit. Let's also see if this is getting any better. Still 9 bots somewhere. Yeah, we might have to intervene there soon. And what about science? Still at 3.8, 3.7, 3.7 thousand a minute. Let's have a quick look at launches. 30,000. And we are short RCUs, so we are addressing the right thing. Looks like we're just about done. Here we go. Right, let's go. I could pick up fuel as well. Let's do that actually. 38, wow. So, I mean, we obviously do need to address the UPS as well, because at 8,000, I need to be at least 30 UPS, I think, to have a decent chance of being a 60 UPS base under a modern PC. Hang on. Oh, okay. This is our modern fuel. I don't know if it's wise clearing that one out, but never mind, that's what we've done. And RCUs, back into the RCUs. Right, that's the copper smelting. I probably should label them. And this is the RCUs, which I can't tell from that level. Oh no, that's the RCUs there. So this is the this is red and green science. Right, let's get that sorted. Oh, that's right, I don't actually need fuel for these ones. Okay, we're probably doing some pretty large numbers of something at this point. Let's have a quick look. 300,000 iron plate, 230,000 copper plate, almost 200,000 electronic circuits at this point. Yeah, those numbers are starting to get up there. Oh, that's probably not a good place to dump this. I might just dump it over here, since we don't actually need all of that after all. Now, what are these called? They're called all the wrong sorts of things. These will be the number 5 versions of these. looks like we need some we need power down. That has power. Oh, I see. The medium poles don't have power. Okay, so you are green circuits, so how about GC? GC5 load until inventory full, then GC5 unload, inventory empty. You are, let's go to RC. RC5 load until inventory full, and RC5 unload until inventory empty. Give them automatic. Command, come down here. Let's just check. Yep, that does look like it's the right stuff. So we're not going to be using medium poles. We are going to use these guys. There we go. And this is not going to go over here. Instead, oh, what's going on here? Do I... Oh, I see. That's the return for this one anyway. So yeah, this one needs to get down to here, and this one needs to come in from, well, maybe from there or something. Let's clear the slot out first. We're probably going to want to clear out that lot as well. This is low forest, guys. If you remember from way back, low forest. We still have forest everywhere. Alright, I think I should be able to make that one connect. Yeah. No. There we go. And the one that comes down needs to come to something like that, although actually on an angle might be better for placing what are they called? Signals. What are they called? It's not that hard. Rail signals. Now you need one of those. You possibly could do with one of these. Okay, you are going to need a chain there, you will need a chain there, you'll need a chain there, you will need normal signal there, and normal signal there, and final act is to set up this RCU train. Right. It looks like we're actually missing a bunch of machines and a bunch of productivity module 3s. Anything else? That's not clear. Okay. Bots. So let's get those module 3s. Let's get about 800 bots. And we'll just pick up some processing units on the way. Grab these things from the starter base first. Oh, I don't need those, damn it. Uh, 850, right. Yeah, let's just let them take the locomotives off me. And grab some productivity modules. Come on, slow down. Not sure how many we need, so we might overshoot slightly. It's too far down. Come on, slow down and swap to our bots. And let's get this one finished. Come on, bots, get these modules out. Come on, bots. Yeah, that should just about bring it online. So finally, let's just give it its marching orders. Which will basically, oh, yeah, both the RCU trains are out, but here's one on the way back. So this should be RCU load 5. RCU 5 load until inventory full, and then I think it's silo, isn't it? Silo RCU until inventory empty. Make it automatic. Get our bots into the come on, speed. Get our bots in here. Oh, we're waiting on deliveries. This will happen eventually, guys. We just need plastic or something to come through. Actually, I was going to put bots up there, wasn't I? I'll sort that out between episodes anyway. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye for now.